right, good morning and welcome. It's Corporate Governance Platform brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN. I am Funmi Omoburiu. ICSAN is a leading recognized professional body in Nigeria dedicated to enhancing status and practice of corporate governance and public administration. ICSAN is the only professional body authorized in Nigeria to conduct the examinations leading to the qualification of chartered secretaries and administrators. On the program this morning, we want to look at nature and effect of compliance in the context of corporate governance. And our guest this morning is Mr. OLAJIDE GRADICSAN. He's the General Secretary of your state chapter of ICSAN. He's also a legal practitioner. Good morning, Mr. OLAJIDE.
Good morning, and thank you for having me this morning.
All right, thank you so much for joining us as well. With me in the studio is Mr. Ketefe, CIS. He's Head of Research, ICSAN. Good morning, Mr. Ketefe.
Good morning from me. Good morning to you, all our listeners.
All right, let's take this message and we'll be right back.
The world is constantly evolving into a knowledge-based economy where skills and competencies constitute the lifeblood of public and corporate governance. You therefore need to empower yourself to fit into this new world by gaining basic knowledge and improving your skill set in the governance-focused disciplines. That is why every aspiring as well as practicing professional in governance field needs ICSAN.
ICSAN. What is ICSAN?
ICSAN is a leading statutorily established professional body dedicated to enhancing the status and practice of corporate governance and public administration. ICSAN members are trained as chartered secretaries and administrators.
Who are chartered secretaries and administrators?
Chartered secretaries are high-ranking governance professionals with a broad base of skills, unique amongst other professions. They are trained in law, finance, accounting, administration, strategy development, and corporate governance. In today's world, chartered secretaries and administrators discharge a wide range of duties and responsibilities, including functioning as chairmen of companies, executive directors, non-executive directors, company secretaries, risk managers, compliance managers, board evaluators, and corporate governance evaluators.
That is interesting. How then do I become a chartered secretary and administrator?
Good. Go to the Institute's website, www.icsan.org. You can also visit the National Secretariat of ICSAN at Plot 6, Elephant Cement Way, Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos, to get full information on how to become members. ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals.
All right, still Corporate Governance Platform right here. And as I said earlier, we're going to be looking at nature and effect of compliance in the context of corporate governance. All right, Mr. Ola, let's begin this way. What exactly does the term compliance refer to?
Yes, thank you very much. When you talk about compliance, we are also talking about conformity. It means conformity to specific legal requirements or regulations. It can also mean conformity to the terms of a contract. It can mean conformity to strategies or policies. So there are legal requirements, there are regulations, and you decide as an organization to conform to them. So it also means that an organization being aware of all these laws, regulations, and policies and strategies, the organization decides to do the needful or to do the required, which is what? To abide by these regulations. So that is what compliance means. That is what it refers to.
So why is compliance such an important issue in corporate governance?
Yes, compliance is very, very important in corporate governance. Organizations today, many companies today, they face many, many risks. And this risk cannot be and must not be ignored. Now, if an organization wants to be really, really sustainable, then the organization must not ignore all this risk. We have different types of risk that we should not even, time will not permit us to go into. Now, dereliction of compliance or dereliction in compliance causes disruption in the operations of a company. Apart from that, it causes reputational damage. So it's an important issue in corporate governance, and the board of directors and every other stakeholder must ensure that this is tracked from time to time, the compliance level of any organization.
All right.
So
now,
yes, thank you.
Okay, non-compliance can spell doom for an organization. That's what they say. Now, can you explain this statement, especially in the context of corporate governance?
Yes, thank you very much. Like we said earlier, we're talking about dereliction in compliance. I think it is up to look at the consequences of non-compliance. We're talking about compliance. The flip side of it is non-compliance.
Okay.
There are several consequences, or the negative and destructive consequences of non-compliance for a company or an organization. Now, non-compliance will decrease, just like we said earlier, the reputation of a company. Apart from that, it also decreases the growth potential of an organization or a company. Furthermore, these things are linked. It's like a chain. One leads to another. It leads to the loss of shareholder confidence. And consequent upon that, there is difficulty. There will definitely be difficulty in raising capital for the company. It also goes without saying that the stock value of that company diminishes due to the negative perception of the company. Apart from that, it can also lead to increased attention, negative attention, I must say, increased government attention or oversight. Then they will put on their searchlights, and point it to the company, and different types of negative things will be coming out. And apart from that, I must say, it also brings about fines, punitive fines that the company now has to start paying, and it spells doom for an organization.
All right, we know there are different kinds of compliance. I want you to explain these three, what is meant by legal compliance, corporate governance compliance, and ethical compliance.
Oh, thank you. Legal compliance, just like the name implies, is a process designed to ensure that an organization follows relevant laws or regulations. It also ensures that a company's policies, standards, and procedures are in tandem with the law, that they follow the law. Your company has principles and the likes. That are these principles in tandem? Do they follow the law or legal requirements? So it's like a structured observance of legal regulations to which an organization is subject. Now, when we talk about corporate governance and compliance, now this one deals with ensuring that the organization follows the rules of corporate governance, and that the organization also follows best corporate governance practices. For example, effective boards, transparency, accountability, compliance with policies and laws and regulations and what have you. Now, ethical compliance. Now, if we are to define ethical compliance, perhaps we should just take a short glance at the meaning of ethics. Now, when we want to define ethics is a high standard for right behavior or conduct. It entails abiding by your personal code of conduct. You have a code of conduct, you have decided, okay, I'm going to abide by this code of conduct. Thus, ethical compliance is ensuring that the organization abides by its fundamental values and code of ethics. We have code of ethics, we have fundamental values. We want to abide by them. It is due diligence in ensuring that the organizational culture of the organization is promoted, and in also ensuring that you prevent the company from crossing over to the dark side of practice. This is our side of practice, this is our ethics, this is what defines us. The other side is the dark side of practice. We don't want to cross over to it. This is our standard, and we go by that standard. That's what ethical compliance entails.
All right, great. Before I let you go, let's quickly look at the relationship with compliance, between compliance and that of the concept of responsibility.
Yes, I will say responsibility is the mother of compliance. Responsibility is the mother of compliance. Responsibility entails being accountable. If an organization is to be responsible, such an organization must be accountable. It must be responsible. It must be answerable. So it means you are performing your obligation as you are meant to perform them. In my opinion, a non-compliant organization cannot be said to be a responsible one.
Well, all right. I have to say a very big thank you to you, Mr. OLAJIDE GRADICSAN, General Secretary, Oyo State Chapter of ICSAN. He's also a legal practitioner. Thank you for joining us on Corporate Governance Platform this morning.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Ketefe, let's take some announcements at this time.
Thank you very much for me. The first announcement we have for our listeners today is on ICSAN 2022 Governance Practitioners Day, which is holding tomorrow in Ibadan, Oyo State. This is to inform all ICSAN members, governance practitioners, aspiring professionals in the field of corporate secretarial practice, and interested members of the public generally, that the 2022 ICSAN Governance Practitioners Day is scheduled to hold tomorrow, Thursday, August 25th, 2022. The theme of this program is Managing a Sustainable Governance Practice Firm, Setting Agenda for a New Generation of Governance Practitioners. The theme, once again, is Managing a Sustainable Governance Practice Firm, Setting Agenda for a New Generation of Governance Practitioners. The time is 11 a.m. prompt. The event is going to be held by hybrid method, which means participants can attend at the physical venue and others can also join from wherever they are in any part of the world. The venue for physical participation is Ibadan Business School, Francis Okediji Street, off Bodija, Ibadan, Oyo State. At this event, there will be discussions around the basics on setting up a firm to provide corporate governance services, especially in the area of corporate secretarial practice. Practical tips will also be given on how to navigate this adventure. It will be discussed for the benefits of participants. The schedule of participation fee is as follows. For members, 15,000 naira. Non-members, 20,000 naira. All virtual participants, 12,000 naira. A special discount is also allowed for ICSAN students, as they are given the privilege of paying 10,000 naira to participate at this program. The chairman of the occasion is the chairman, House Committee on Foreign Relations, Oyo State House of Assembly, Honorable Seyi Adisa. The keynote speaker is the chairman, Planet Governance Advisory Limited, and a past president of ICSAN, Dr. Nosike Agoke, FCIS, while the distinguished discussants are the Chief Executive Officer, ASEC Nominees Limited, Mrs. Oyindamola Ehiwere, FCIS, and the Managing Partner, S.E. Nomoja & Co., Mrs. Benedita Shadari, FCIS. The chief host is no other person than the President and the Chairman of the Governing Council of ICSAN, Mr. Taiwo Benga Owokalade, FCIS. The host is the Chairman of the Governance Practitioner Committee of the Institute, Mr. Francis Olawale, FCIS. The co-host is the Chairman of Oyo State Chapter of ICSAN, Mr. Samson Ilori, ACIS. Don't forget, tomorrow is the day you can either attend physically or participate through virtual method. The link to log in will be sent to all virtual participants upon confirmation of payment. Please note that the link to register is available on the Institute website on all our social media platforms. We are looking forward to your participation. For more information on this, please call Kayode on 080-3214-7720. Kayode on 080-3214-7720. The second and the last announcement for today is on ICSAN IOD FRC 2022 Corporate Governance Summit. ICSAN is pleased to invite you to the 2022 Corporate Governance Summit, which it is organizing in collaboration with the Institute of Directors Center for Corporate Governance and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, FRC. The event is scheduled to hold on Tuesday 6th and Wednesday 7th September 2022 at Oriental Hotel, Lekki Expressway, Lagos. The theme of this summit is Building a Strong and Virile Economy, the Role of Corporate Governance. The theme, once again, is Building a Strong and Virile Economy, the Role of Corporate Governance. The special guest of honor is His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, GCON. Other distinguished personalities from different walks of life will also be present at the occasion. There is also opportunity for virtual attendance, virtual participation. For further information on this, please call OGG on 080-23-783-043. For further information, please call OGG on 080-23-783-043. Thank you and have a pleasant day.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Kaode Ketef, FCIS, Head of Research, ICSAN. And that's a bit this morning on Corporate Governance Platform, brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN. We'll return again next week, Wednesday, 10:15 a.m., right here on Equator 9.7 FM. I'm Funmi Omoburiu. Enjoy the rest of the day.